Hello everybody and welcome back to another car mechanic simulator video. Anyways, today we are going to be working on this brand new project car that we picked up last time. As you can see, it is a Salem Flammo, and yeah, it's got an i4 SOHC BMJ engine. Yeah, pretty much just like a nice little race car here. So what we're going to go ahead and do and work on today is the suspension, because yeah, last time we were doing a lot of engine work, so it makes sense to go to suspension this time. Just kind of, switch it up, keep it fresh, so we'll go ahead and move it on over to the lifter. And yeah, we'll go ahead and get right into things. So I think we're probably going to go ahead and start with the front suspension, as that is the most complicated suspension. And then we can go ahead and move on to the back, get all the suspension removed, and then we'll put it all back in. That just seems to be the easiest way of going around things. Instead of having to remove and then replace, we'll just get it all knocked out. And we'll even probably get some of the engine stuff removed, so that way we can actually pull the engine. So that'll be all well and good. So yeah, first off, we gotta remove these big wheels, which we are gonna replace, as we usually do with these rebuilds and stuff. Yeah, usually these wheels are in poor condition, so we'll just go ahead and throw that over there. It's fine, don't worry about it. And yeah, just all your typical stuff to remove, the brakes, the rotors. We've done this a million times at this point. Well, probably not a million times, but a good amount of times. Maybe it feels like a million times, but that can't really be possible, because we haven't even been doing a million episodes. So, yeah, I don't know how that works. Bonk, bonk, bionk, twonk, shabonk, shwang, shwank, debunk. Get out of here, tie rods. And steering rack, don't need that either. All of it must go. Like one of those flash sales at the supermarket. Everything must go. Except we're not buying any of these components. We're actually going to probably be selling them for a bit of a profit. Usually how that works. Not much of a profit, just worth their weight in scrap, but better than nothing. And I guess we'll be selling the whole car at the end for a huge profit, so there's that as well. Okay, I thought I removed the bearing. I guess I did not. Okay. That is interesting, because I thought I removed that part. Like, I pulled something out. I don't know what I removed, but I removed something. I'm sure we'll find out what it is in a second. Suspension, we'll have to take this over to the spring pooler over there in a bit, but not right now. Okay, upper bar, lower arm, knuckle. Okay, now we've got the cross member left. 1, 2, 3, 4, and member. Tunk. So that's all that removed. We can go ahead and remove the exhaust now, or at least what we can. We need to remove that part. Okay. So we can remove the mufflers. Those can be replaced. We can go ahead and pull the gearbox, or we probably have to get into the engine bay first, so we can at least pull the drive shaft. Everything else we'll have to get into the engine bay to remove. So yeah, we can remove the drive shaft with the two ends that's being held in. And now we can work on the rear diff, which actually isn't leaf springs. It is solid axle control arms. So a bit different than what we usually do. I think we do have drum brakes, though, still. Yeah, drum brakes. Yeah. It's one of the newer cars that I think have the disc brakes in the back, because they realized those were better than these drum brakes. Because yeah, the drum brakes, the brake dust kind of builds up in this drum, and there's nowhere for it to really go, so you gotta clean out these drums. So that's why they don't really use them anymore, and why you'll see a lot of people do like drum to disc conversions, because it's just way more easier on the maintenance, because you don't need to clean out all that brake dust. Yeah, can be a good thing. There we go. That's nice. Yeah, nice and easy. These solid control arms. Alrighty, so you can remove the shock. And then we got the little spring right here. Doop doop, doopy doopy doop. It's kind of nice. We can remove the drive shaft without having to remove the whole brakes. I guess that's one convenient thing about the drum brakes. You can remove the entire drive shaft without having to remove the whole brake assembly, which can't be said for disc brakes. But yeah, the dust is a real problem. But anyways, that's all that done. So yeah, we gotta clean all this up before we can actually lower the car back down, so We'll just go ahead and do that real quick. Very simple, just... Oop, wrong button. Very simple, just hit a button, but make sure it's the right button. There we go, store all. And that will clean it up. We can go and get this thing lowered, and then we can remove everything else that needs to be removed, like the fuel tank, or the fuel pump. And now we can get to the fuel tank. And then the engine, we got this right here. And the starter. Alrighty, and now we can finish underneath the car by removing this and this. And then that should mean that we can actually pull the engine out. And they're missing an oil pan. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. I'll go ahead and remove all this too, because we found out it's kind of a pain on the engine stand. And I think you'd probably remove all this anyway when you remove the gearbox. It's not that hard to just go ahead and get all this stuff out of here. There we go. So there we go. The engine's ready to pull. Although, to be honest, we can probably just build a fresh new engine and then just toss this one. That's what we did for the other car. So yeah, let's see. So it's just gotta make sure we get the right engine. So it's the i4 SOHC BMJ. Okay, so we do need to buy a i4 engine block. So we can go and do that real quick. Yeah, okay, I think it's probably just the... I don't know if it's the engine block B or the i4. Just the regular. Okay, perfect. And then we can go over here and just create a new engine. Create new engine. We can go i4... Gotta find the BMJ. There you go, SOHC BMJ. Yeah, I remember back in the original CMS, I just had a lot of fun just creating the engines. Like, not really to put in a car, but like, you know, I would find a car and be like, oh, that's an engine we have, and then I would just put the engine in there. But I have a lot of fun building the engines. It's quite nice. But yeah, we want this one, the BMJ. Bam, that one. And then we can just go ahead and start mounting things to this. So we can go ahead and put our block on there. And there we go. We can go ahead and start work on that next time. Because, yeah, today we're working on the suspension, but at least now we don't really have to worry about the engine. The engine is done. Or, engine is getting ready to be worked on. I'm gonna go ahead and clean all this up. Okay, so we can go ahead and get it. Actually, we don't need to get it lowered back down yet. But we can go ahead and start installing things. So, if I remember, for the rear suspension, I'll just go ahead and buy everything we need. Or everything that I know we need, and then we'll figure out what we actually need after that. So I know we need solid rear drive axles, solid axle control arms. I'll know we'll need rubber bushings. Gonna get like 14. So I know it's 12 for the front plus 2 in the back. The solid rear drive. I'm guessing it would be the coil spring rear drive axle, right? Okay, I'm just gonna buy that because I think that's what we need. I'm not sure though, so we might have a problem. Okay. Okay, I'm starting to not remember everything we had. Oh, rear shocks. Rear shock absorbers. 50-50 shot. Okay. We have the money. Yep, coil spring. So I was right about that. Cool. Bees. Guessed that right. Oh, rear axle knuckle housing. I forgot about that, but that's fine because we got a quality part right there. So we'll go ahead and get that. Okay. You can't get them all right, so they were wheel hub 4s. I got the wheel hub 2s. We had two 50-50 shots there, and we got one right. Not bad. 50%. 50% accuracy. Spring caps. I thought I got those. Oh, I bought 4 springs instead. Whoops. Yeah, those will be useful. Got that in. Solid axle. But there we go. That's good there. Okay. Spring cap. Spring. Perfect. Bonk. Bip. Boop. Alrighty, so that's all that done. Then move on over here. Knuckle, solid arm, bushing, brackets, and U-bolts. Now, I still need to get that one U-bolt, but other than that, I pretty much got everything. There we go. Cool. Alrighty, so that's everything in the rear, I do believe. So now we can move on over to the front, which... There's a lot of different things, so we need axle Bs and crossmember Bs. Okay, so a lot of B components, I guess. I'm gonna say it's a bottom suspension arm B, too. I'll buy 2 of those. Calipers, pistons. If anything that has B in it, I'm gonna buy. That's what I think is all gonna be in the front. Steering knuckle B's, cross member B, upper arm B, and then I'm gonna guess the sway bar is a B variant as well, because I think it might be. That was not a pun, by the way. Okay. We could be wrong here, but we'll see if I'm right, because I could be right, and that'd be nice. Nope, it's a regular arm, so we were completely wrong. Okay. Well, we tried. It's a regular sway bar, too. Okay. It's fine. Those parts will be useful later. Yeah, it's all regular stuff. Okay. Sure, game. Thank you for not being consistent. Like, seriously, in real life, you could just be like, I need the cross member for this make and model. And they'd be like, oh, yeah, sure, here you go. But instead, they give it complicated names like, is it a B or an A or a C or an L? I don't know. That's weird. It uses the front sway bar, but the end link Bs. See, this is where consistency really just goes out the window. You don't really realize it until you're trying to be hyper efficient like this. And then it's like, oh, that's not the right part. Alrighty, but there we go. What exhaust do we need? Just checking on that. V8 OHV. Oh, really? A V8 OHV muffler. Middle muffler, and then I4 SOE. Okay, so all that makes sense except for the V8 OHV muffler. Plonk that in, and we'll wait to plonk that in because we need to actually have that not in the car. Front axle knuckle cover, and then wheel hubs and all that. And then yeah, that should be it. Bearings, ventilated brake disc, caliper with a fresh cylinder. Beautiful. And then thumb over here, caliper, or pad, and then caliper. Right, the pad goes on first. Be kind of hard to do it the other way around. Alrighty, cool. So there we go, that's all that. So now we just need to work on the coilovers. That should be good. Oh yeah, and we also got the fuel tank. Go ahead and just plonk. Get out of here. Alrighty. Cool. Very cool. Oh, hi. Let's hope this works and I don't need to hit the big emergency red button. Because the last couple times we've tried to use this thing, I've had to hit the big red emergency button. And it looks like that's another case of the big red emergency button. But yeah, no, I can see why they put the big red emergency button above the spring puller. It just seems like the spring puller, for some reason, is very buggy. But there we go. We got our two coilovers. Wish I could carry like two things at once. Actually, you know what? I can. It's called having a workbench right here that I can literally have a handle on. And as long as I'm careful with it, and make no sudden movements, we'll be fine. Alrighty, there we go. Look at that. We can grab these right here and buzz them right in. Come on. Buzz. Buzz. Buzz in. Buzz in. There we go. Okay, apparently I need to use my right hand. It doesn't work with the left hand. Alrighty. Plonk. Plonk. There we go. Brrr, pop, pop. Perfect. Cool. There we go. So that's all that done. I think all we have left to do... Oh, yeah, the drive shaft. We can't really do that right now. Gotta remove the engine first. But we can at least do the fuel tank. That's one thing we can do. Second hit of the emergency button, because one hit's never enough. Anyway, there we go. Now the shop's working. So, yep, just the fuel tank and the pump. Fuel tank, fuel pump. I'm going to get a filter as well, because we'll need that at some point in the near future. As in next episode. Shabam. Alrighty. And then we'll go ahead and get this thing dropped down, as long as I'm sure that we got everything underneath the car situated, yeah, except for, like, the gearbox and stuff, which we really can't do right now. Yeah, I gotta wait until the engine's out. Or, we gotta wait until the new engine's in, I guess. So, anyway, down it goes. Bunk. Oh, we already had a good pump. Didn't quite realize that. Okay. And we can go ahead and remove the battery, the radiator C, the airbox. Alrighty. Bunk. Oop. Bunk. 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 Remove. Remove. And remove. Brakes and no ABS. This is an older car. So there we go. Did all that with the hood on. That's how skilled we are. Alrighty, let's get you out of here. Engine crane. Remove that old engine. Beautiful, there we go. Looking a lot better without that hunk of junk in there. You got your fresh engine right over there. It'll be ready soon. Alrighty. Alrighty, let's see. Front bumper looks okay. I don't think we need to replace that. Headlights? I mean, they look fine too. Yeah, we'll just replace everything that looks horrible. So yeah, these mirrors gotta go. But yeah, everything else body panel wise looks fine. Ooh, except for the left taillight. Left taillight needs some work. So left taillight and the two mirrors. Although the driver's side one isn't bad. Okay, so left taillight and right mirror. Okay. Hi. Left taillight and right mirror already. Right side mirror. I mean, it was only 63%, but still. You can tell when stuff looks bad. Still, that was also 65%. So everything else should be green condition. Yeah, it doesn't look that bad. We can go ahead and check the status, actually. It should tell us the status of the body panels. Trunk, front window. I mean, the windows are bad. The other taillights are also bad, but I think those are fine. Mainly, it's the fender. Right headlight is bad. Front left door window. I mean, they're all yellow condition. I'm fine. It's fine. Trunk. Can't really do anything about that either. Yeah, all the stuff that I would replace, like the front left door and the hood, those, we can't really do that because we can't repaint them. And then front right door, front right fender, right headlight is pretty fine in condition. It's almost in the green. And then the left headlight's almost in the green too. So we could replace the headlights, but they don't look bad, so I'm not going to. They look fine. And the windows, they don't look too scuffed up, too scratched up. They look fine. Alright, let's go and do the wheels. Let's see, what wheels do we pull off here? Okay, so rim 185 60R 15. 15, 65, and then 185. Yep, perfect. Alrighty. And then we'll go ahead and for the rims, we just need 15. You know, let's try the 07s. Yeah, those could be kind of cool. Let's check those out. I think they had the 10s on there before, but we'll see how these look. That looks pretty good. I don't mind that. But yeah, now we'll see how these look. If these look bad, we might put something else on there. But I don't think they will. To be honest, the tires, as long as they drive, it's fine. And as long as they don't look all rusty and scuffed up. But yeah, there we go. Yeah, I don't really think they're gonna look bad. No, that looks fine. And having the logo on there, I think, is better than what the other ones were. But yeah, maybe at some point we need to, maybe, I don't know. I don't really know. Because yeah, there's a lot of tire customization in this game, and if we tried, we could probably create something pretty unique. Let's be honest. But yeah, for now, for just this car, it's good enough. Alrighty, one more wheel, and then we can get you back on your wheels, on your new wheels. Yeah, back on the ground, whatever. Whatever you want to call it. We can get you off the lift, I guess. At least for a little bit until we put the engine back in, and then we'll have to lift it up again to get the gearbox and everything. But yeah, for now, there we go. For now, it's pretty complete. There we go. Test out your new suspension and new wheels. Very nice. And I guess to finish off, we can go ahead and get some new plates on here as well. Oh, there wasn't even a plate on the back. That would be useful to have. I guess race cars don't really need that many license plates. I'm not sure if you would actually would you have license plates on a race car? I'm not honestly sure. You probably still would. At least if you were driving it like a normal car to get to the racetrack, and then maybe you took them off once you got there, because I don't know, they might cause drag. But either way, though, we can go ahead and buy some fancy plates. Let's get a Japan plate. Let's see, China. Like, sort of like Tokyo Drift. Like, it's definitely one of those, like, Tokyo Drift cars. So, let's see. Where's a Japanese plate? Actually, there's a search bar. Yeah, let's do a Tokyo. Oh, no, never mind. Okay. Really? We'll just do the Chinese plates. I guess those are quote-unquote close enough. As long as you're not thinking too hard about it, it's fine. Alrighty. That'll work. Drift King. Good enough. Good enough for me. Bop, there we go. Perfect. Wish the text was not black on blue, but that's whatever. Oh yeah, I'd say it's fitting enough. But anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to leave a like, subscribe for new videos, have a great rest of your day, and yeah, next time we're going to be putting this lovely i4 SOHC engine together, getting it in that car, and then probably taking it for a little test run around the racetrack, doing some sick drifts. You know, all the fun stuff you do with a race car and stuff. So yep, I'll see you guys then. Goodbye for now.